friends, and welcome back to another video. I'm very glad to be back uploading. I took last week off and it was actually very lovely to just have that little bit of extra free time in the week, and it felt very recharging creatively, and I'm just pretty excited to get back into the rest of the videos for this year. I can't believe 2022 is almost at its end. So this weekend, this vlog is going to focus on romanticizing life because I'm just in the mood to add a little bit of whimsy to the everyday. I've been having a rough couple of weeks for reasons that I won't really go into, but mental health wise, I'm not at my best. I just haven't really felt entirely myself the past couple of weeks. And obviously school gets pretty heavy this time of year. I have midterms and then finals coming up. So it's just been a little bit much lately. And this weekend I decided that I just wanted to take a step back and remind myself of all the beauty that is in the mundane and all around us, which is pretty much my motto in life, to find beauty in the small things. So that is what we're going to be doing in this video. It's going to be a pretty standard weekend. Honestly, I have my normal responsibilities. I think we're gonna go to the grocery store this afternoon, and I have a few packages I need to ship off. And I, of course, have homework and studying, but besides all that, I'd like to take some time to invest in things that fill my cup, but very simple things. So as you saw, I just did some journaling. I've been trying to do more journaling in November, and it's 5 days in, and so far I've succeeded. So hopefully I can keep that streak going. I have some letters to friends I'd like to write, and all in all, I think it's really just gonna be a lovely weekend of reminding myself of all the joy all around me. We'll see what the rest of the afternoon holds for us, but lots of cozy and good things. And before we move on with the rest of today's video, I wanted to kindly mention Dossier, who is partnering with me on today's video. So Dossier is a fragrance company, and they reproduce classic high-end luxury perfumes for a fraction of the price, keeping the exact same high quality by cutting all the expenses and that infamous brand tax. Any Dossier scent is just $39, whereas other luxury perfumes can be $50 or much more. Also, Dossier has a risk-free system, allowing customers to try perfumes before committing to them. Dossier has great bulk deals available on their website, as well as some amazing Black Friday deals going throughout the month of November. They're also always adding new scents to their collection, so you can keep perusing their website if you're ever looking for a specific fragrance combination. So I received 2 fragrances from Dossier, and I absolutely love them both. I've been wearing them non-stop. The first one I received is Floral Lavender. Its top notes are mandarin, neroli, and black currant, and the middle notes are jasmine, lavender, and orange blossom, with a little bit of amber, vanilla, and musk underneath. It smells absolutely phenomenal, and I know is going to be something I reach for a lot, especially in the spring. I love how the floral notes are there and obvious, but not too overpowering as a lot of floral scents can be. The other perfume I received from Dossier is Woody Oak Moss. This is inspired by Chanel Coco Mademoiselle's Eau de Parfum. It has top notes of orange, bergamot, and peach, middle notes of jasmine, rose, patchouli, and base notes of oak moss and vanilla. I love Woody Oak Moss. I've been wearing this one pretty much all week. It's definitely my favorite of the two for this fall winter time because it's a bit muskier but still very light and feminine, which I appreciate, and this is definitely going to be a favorite of mine. I'm almost certain I will be reordering it when I run out. Furthermore, Dossier is offering you a 5% off discount using my code FAITH5 at the link in the description box. I have been wanting to dabble in perfumes for probably about a year now, but to be honest, I found it a little bit intimidating because of all the different fragrances, but Dossier makes it affordable to kind of get your start in perfume because their website lists the notes of each fragrance perfectly and generally has an amazing selection of both women's and men's fragrances. So yeah, I'm really grateful to Dossier for helping me kind of finally dip my toe in the world of fragrances, and let's go ahead and get on with our weekend. the past couple of hours, I did a few pretty normal but fun things. The first thing I did, as you saw, is I put up a few pieces of holiday decorations. This is my first year having a space of my own that I can actually decorate, but at the same time, I don't have a huge budget, so I just invested in a few very simple pieces that I can use in future years. I mean, they're not super trendy. I think they're just pretty standard holiday decor. So I got those little bottle brush trees and that garland there, which were both quite in the affordable range. And then I got my little felted penguins from Anthropology. I randomly saw the listing for those online and I had to have them. I'm not an impulse buyer, but I saw those penguins and I was like, they have to be mine. So I ordered those and they're on top of my mirror now and I love them so very much. Austin and I actually named them the other night. We were like, we should name them. So anyways, already some really great happy memories with those little ornaments. But yeah, I think that's really all the holiday decor I'll do this year. I might get like a throw pillow, but that will probably be it because I think the holidays were more so, of course, about spending time with loved ones and giving to others than, you know, going crazy with the consumerism. But I'm happy that I invested in a little bit of decorations because it's just a great little mood boost for me. And I put on some holiday music while I was doing that. I also tended to my plants for a little bit, especially the propagations that I'm doing right now needed some fresh water and some sunlight. And lastly, you saw that I did a little bit of letter writing. I was much overdue for a reply to one of my friends that I write back and forth with. It was honestly really lovely to sit down and just talk to her because even though letter writing obviously is very delayed, you still feel like you're kind of sharing a piece of your heart with someone, and I don't know, I find it really beautiful and it was actually really good for the soul. And yeah, if you're looking for a really quick, affordable way to just kind of boost your mental health, I can't recommend letter writing or journaling. Is kind of the same concept enough. So now I'm actually going to get started on a bit of reading. I'll be reading Before the Coffee Gets Cold, which is our book club pick for the month of November. I'm reading that with my patrons and I'm very excited. I have never read it before, but I've seen it all over Instagram and like every time I see someone posting about it, they only have good things to say. So I'm very excited and I think I'm going to dive into that now for about an hour and then it will be time for dinner. Alrighty, my friends, I finished up reading for about an hour or so. It's a really lovely book so far. I can see why everyone has had such great things to say about it. I read through part 1, which is about 80 pages in, so yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. And Austin and I are actually going to go on an impromptu walk right now. The rain and wind has kind of cleared up and the sunset looks really pretty, so I think we're gonna go on a short walk and see if we can catch some of the sunset before we eat dinner. morning. Welcome to my bathroom. I'm currently getting ready for taking photos this morning. Austin and I are gonna head out. It's kind of our weekend routine. We'll do photos for a little bit on Sundays. I'm just gonna get ready for that, but I figured I could kind of chat with you and catch you up and just have a good time for a few minutes while I'm getting ready. On the note of shooting photos, I have been so into photography lately. I don't really know why or where it came from. Lately, I've just been finding taking photos and planning for photos and just mood boarding and all of that really exciting. Sometimes Austin will go out with me to take photos, and sometimes I'll just go out by myself with the tripod. But especially when I'm by myself, I find it so meditative because it's just me and I'm just kind of chasing that perfect photo and moving around and finding different angles. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's really incredibly peaceful, and I'm just really enjoying the process of really pushing my photography skills and my self-portrait skills. That kind of goes hand in hand with Instagram, which is my main job. Obviously, I earn a little bit of income from YouTube, but most of my income comes from my Instagram page. So yeah, it's been really fun to just kind of be creatively inspired, because for a long time, I think photographing was kind of boring part of the job, and then, you know, editing and stuff like that was more exciting, and posting and of course interacting with people online. But right now, I'd say the photography part is honestly my favorite part, and yeah, it's just been fun to be kind of creatively refreshed. Tea break. I'm drinking, it's called Rooibos chai. It's caffeine free, but it still has that chai flavor, which is nice. So good. Okay, let's see what else is going on in my life. I mentioned at the beginning of this video that my mental health hasn't been the best lately, and that is primarily because I have been waiting to hear on some pretty big news for over a month now, even though I was supposed to hear about a week and a half ago. So what I'm waiting to hear from is running behind, and I can't really share anything about it, but it is very much a determinant of my future, if that makes sense. And as such, it's obviously a fairly nerve-wracking thing and something that I'd like to hear about, because it's not, you know, guaranteed one way or another. It's just been kind of radio silence, and I don't really know what's going on, and I don't really know if I'm in a position to really follow up, because it's not really my decision, if that makes sense. Waiting has been so hard on me. I mean, I didn't realize that I was such an apparently impatient person. I wouldn't have said that about myself. I mean, honestly, it has been so hard on me just waiting to hear, because when that's something that is such a big determinant of your future, like, it's something that you know, you'd like to know about. Anyways, that has been weighing on me more than I anticipated it would. Like, it honestly caught me off guard when I first started noticing it affecting my mental health a couple weeks ago. I was like, wow, this is really weighing on me more than I thought it would. So yeah, that's basically the main reason my mental health hasn't been its best. And, you know, because they've already passed the, you know, like, deadline from when I was supposed to hear from them, there's really no set date that I can, like, look forward to for that relief, because I could hear, like, any time. And yeah, it's just pretty nerve-wracking, and obviously not the end of the world. My anxiety and just kind of my mood has been a lot more erratic than it usually is. That's part of the reason I actually took last week off from uploading, is I just felt like I needed to kind of relax a little bit, like let my adrenal system just calm down, because the whole month of October it was just going a little crazy because of all this. Yeah, anyways, that's why I've been just appreciating this weekend and filming this weekend vlog, because I'm really just trying to get back to normal faith, because I feel like ever since I knew that I'd be waiting on that, I've been kind of frozen in time, and I just kind of want to move on with my life, since I really have no idea when I'm going to hear about this news. Another thing that I've been thinking a lot about, and it's kind of crazy to think, but pretty much a year ago is when I made the decision to transfer schools. I don't know, it somehow feels like yesterday, and it also feels like a lifetime ago that I made that decision. And it's just really surreal to now be living in what past faith kind of had to fight for, if that makes sense. I mean, making that transition and uprooting her whole life, I mean, it was pretty scary, if I'm being honest. I can't decide if I should curl my hair or not. It's actually kind of cooperating. I'll do really big loose curls. Anyways, I have just been a little emotional about everything that's happened in the past year. I don't know what I would do if I hadn't made that decision. It went against a lot of what I was kind of raised to believe. I mean, the school I went to for high school, I mean, they kind of told you like what you are worth is how prestigious of a university you go to when you graduate. It was kind of this doctrine that I was raised on, and so of course I fought to get into the most prestigious university I could, and I did, and I went there, and then it was just this like terrible place for me. I just really didn't feel like I fit in there. And so when it came to transferring, it was a little hard going against everything I was raised to know. And now being here at this university and just seeing how happy I am, it's very full circle, no doubt. I really wish the Faith who was making the decision to transfer and was really scared could kind of see where I am now, because I think she'd be really glad of the decision she made. But yeah, it's just really wonderful how much can change in a year. Just thinking about exactly where I was sitting on this day, November 6th, 2021, and then thinking about where I'm standing now on November 6th, 2022, and all that has happened in my life, and all the blessings, and all the amazing memories, and just all the things that a year ago I kind of thought I would never have. Such a reassurance to me that things really do get better, because you know, you hear that, people tell you that, and especially around mental health, that's a really common messaging is, oh, things get better, you know, hang in there. And I've always believed it, I guess, to an extent, but at the same time, when you're smack dab in the middle of a bad situation, it's hard to believe that that situation will indeed end. You're out of it, you're like, oh, of course that was temporary, but in the moment, it doesn't really feel that way, and it kind of feels like the world is just crumbling around you. If you need to hear this, if you're in a phase of life right now that you're really not happy with, I am here to tell you that things really do get better, and sometimes you have to fight for that change. I mean, I'm not sure things would have gotten better if I hadn't transferred universities, but if you follow your heart, you know, within reason, and you fight for what you know will make you happy, in the end, things will get better, as long as you follow your heart and you make changes when you need to, even if they're not the easiest path, the path of least resistance. Listen to what your brain and your heart and your body is telling you, because they're pretty smart individuals. Alrighty, I am all done getting ready. I just did some really loose curls in my hair and my standard makeup that I do every day. I'm gonna finish off getting ready with some Dossier perfume. I'm gonna be wearing the Woody Oak Moss this morning. So yeah. Now I'm gonna go out and take photos, and then once I get back, we will continue on with the vlog. We are back from shooting photos this morning. It's about 1 o'clock and definitely much later than I planned to be out. And also, photos did not go particularly well. I feel like with photography, there are just some days where the vision in your head is just really not translating well to real life, and that was definitely what was going on today. But hey, the whole purpose of pursuing something creative is the trial and error process, so I'm still glad that we went. But I do have quite a bit of other random Sunday things that I'll be doing, and I'm just gonna take you along with me. Next up on the docket, I'm thinking I have a little bit of meal prep I want to do for the week ahead. It's really not much, but I'm gonna get that out of the way, and then I'll sit down and do my homework, which once again shouldn't be much, but I definitely want to get that under my belt. That's the plan for the next couple of hours, and I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. friends. It's about 10:30 p.m. now and quite a bit of time has passed. When you last saw me, I had finished planning for my week at about 7 p.m. and then I took a break and went to go make dinner, and Austin and I watched Game of Thrones with dinner. We've been watching Game of Thrones for about a month now and really enjoying it. It's very good. Obviously, you know, tons of people love it. All of the House of Dragons hype really made us want to go back and like start from the beginning and watch Game of Thrones because we never did. So that's been great. And then I'm gonna be honest, the last 2 hours has consisted of me hunting for a mirror online. I've been looking for like a very specific type and look of mirror for months now, and every now and then I just go down a rabbit hole of looking for it online, secondhand, antique, and tonight was one of those nights. I had no success, sadly, but yeah, I mean, this is what a pretty typical weekend looks like for me. I mean, a lot of it is spent taking photos and obviously doing work for school, but I really did enjoy the normalcy of it all, and kind of talking to you guys and catching up about my mental health has felt really great, and it's nice to kind of get that off my chest because I feel like for a while there I was just kind of not admitting it to myself and obviously therefore not really sharing it with anyone else. It was nice to just spend a weekend with you and get back into the normal routine of things. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know it probably wasn't the most exciting and definitely a bit chattier than some of my other videos, but I thought it was nice. It felt like it was a good time to just kind of catch up, if you will. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the night with some reading and then probably get to sleep. But if you made it this far in the video, go ahead and comment what you're looking forward to most for this winter season. I know for many people the answer may be the holidays, but for others it may not be. Honestly, I can't say I'm super looking forward to one thing in particular. I just think it will be a fun winter season and I'm really determined to go into it with a really optimistic heart and expecting good things to come out of it. So I'd love to hear what you're looking forward to this winter. Obviously, we have many months of it ahead of us, so it's great to go into it with an excited heart. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you again to Dossier for sponsoring this video, and I'll remind you to check out that link in the description, and I will see you soon. Bye, friends.